All right, good morning, everybody. We are here on this beautiful Monday morning, along with some of the most fabulous people in the world. So you might notice that it looks like I'm in a vehicle. That's because I am. I'm traveling down the road while we're doing this call live with all of you. So welcome to everybody that's here live, and to everybody that's watching us on a replay. Hit hashtag replay and make sure to leave your comments below. So this morning we are going to be talking about consistency. I have many mentors in my life that I look up to for various reasons. I don't believe there's one mentor that fits every single check mark. So personally, I have, spiritual mentors, I have business mentors, I have family mentors, I have financial real estate mentors. And one thing that I have noticed consistently among all of them is they all speak about various topics that make you successful in any endeavor in life. One thing that is consistent with all of them is consistency. I was talking with somebody recently, and they told me that whenever they are thinking about being on stage and speaking, that they have to bring some life-changing topic to the room. That it has to be almost something imparted to them from God or from an alien from outer space, or it just has to be huge. And I told this person, I said, that's just not the case. Consistent small steps get you where you need to be. It's not a situation of you start at the bottom and you jump and you are hanging on the top of the ladder. It's the small, consistent steps that get you where you need to be. But the important thing there is you must be consistent with it. My wife, myself, and JT, which he is here, he's driving the vehicle. But we were at a mastermind, what was it, last week? Yeah. We were at a mastermind last week, and the particular gentleman that was up there, he told us that his business makes roughly $6 million per year on Facebook. And what we were there to learn was Facebook, was learning how to market on Facebook, learning how to get leads on Facebook. And it's my belief, when you want to learn something, you mirror and match somebody that has mastered the art. I don't know about you guys, $6 million a year is pretty good for Facebook. Or that's where we were out there, and his most basic, simple rule was post every day. Do at least one post every single day. Again, that's a very simple process to do. I think we're all connected on Facebook. I do a video post every single day, and Camille is a person that helps me put those together and make sure that they get up. But yet, doing a simple post every single day keeps you in front of people, keeps you engaged, even when it seems that there's no engagement, even when people aren't liking, people aren't commenting, people are still seeing your stuff. People are still seeing your name in front of them every day. And also learning about the engagement is really mesmerizing in all reality, because before that call or before that mastermind, I really thought that engagement was shown by one of two ways. Either they like and fill in the blank with any of them, or just they like, they heart, they whatever, or they comment. And there's so much more to an engagement than just the two of those. But staying consistent with everything. And I just used Facebook because that's very simple. That's something that we can all relate to. Whether you're watching us on a replay, you're watching us live, or you're on the call with us live, we all understand Facebook. But consistency goes so much deeper. You know, what we're out doing right now is actually pressure washing. And some of the clients that we have, I had to go to multiple times before they would give me the work. Consistency. I remember a guy told me one time, he said, Jonathan, you are like a bulldog. Once you sink your teeth into something, you just don't let off. You're right. You're right. You can ask my wife. When I get laser focused, I'm there. I'm in the zone. But it's reaching out to that person every so often. And we've all done business, so we understand that some people you reach out to once a day, once a week, once a month. It just depends on the person. But being consistent with reaching out is what gets you to that finish line. And we all know that that finish line is always evolving. We see a finish line right now. Once we get there, it moves. It's more advanced. It's more advanced. That's the part of growing. That's the part of never being in your comfort zone. Obviously, it's easier to live in a comfort zone because everything is comfortable. However, there's no growth. And I know everybody on this call, we all want growth. We all want to progress forward and make it to that next level, whatever the next level is for us. So let me hear from y'all and everybody that's watching this on a replay. Let us hear your comments below. What are you going for that you must be consistent on? Give us a story of consistency. Who wants to go first? To give us a story where you went for something, but it took time, repetition of continuing to go after it and continuing to go after it. But ultimately it broke. Ultimately it came through. A job, a relationship, whatever it could be. Lisa, what about you? When's the time you've been consistent?
So when I turned 50, I went to nursing school. And
50 years old. I didn't realize you were 50.
Thank you. When I turned 50, I went to nursing school, and I did a 2-year program in 10 months. So it was a little intensive.
Mhm.
And so I set myself up for success and consistency. So I got a study group every day after, because the class went from 8 to 2:30. So from 3:30 to 5:30, we studied every day, the 5 days a week that we went to school. And then one day off on the weekend, and the other day is a study day, consistent throughout the whole 10 months until I figured out. And it took me about 2 months to figure out my process and what I needed to do to make myself successful. And after about all of us in the group, we were studying together. And after about 2 months, we all figured out our own process. And then we didn't really need each other anymore. So we understood our processes and we carried it through the whole 10 months. And we were all successful and we all passed our nursing test on the first try.
Awesome.
And I was the first one in the class to take the test and pass. Woohoo!
Very good. But it took you 2 months before you realized where that was. And I'm sure that there were setbacks in that 2 months of, okay, this is the path I'm supposed to take. And then you realize,
no, this isn't right. This isn't working. What else can we do? One of the biggest problems was we were learning multiple subjects at the same time, and we had so many different packets of information. And at the end of the day, I'm spending 30 minutes sorting my stuff to figure out where to start. And I'm like, oh, that's got to stop. I'm wasting 30 minutes here. And I finally figured it out. And I got those big, huge baggies and I labeled them. So each topic had its own baggie. So I could just pull it out of my bag. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
But you have to figure it out, right? Whatever's not working. figure out a new way. And then the rest of the class saw what I was doing and they started copying it. It was really cool.
That's it. It will work. And when the process that you're using doesn't work, find a new process.
Yeah.
Because whatever you're going for, there is a way to make it work. And I'm sure we've all heard somebody say, I have tried everything. You've never tried everything. Never. Because if you had tried everything, something would have worked. Something would have worked. And the crazy thing is, so oftentimes the thing that works is so small and so minute. It's just insane. Again, like I was saying at the beginning, you think that it has to be so huge and just earth-shattering and earth-changing. Sometimes you do need that. Oftentimes it's something so small. Just stay consistent on the course and keep pushing for what you're going for. What are you going for, Mama? Diana?
Okay, so right now what I'm going for is I've been in the real estate industry for over 25 years. However, I took some time off to take care of my mom because she has Alzheimer's. So I took a little over 2 years off. And going back to the industry, it's been really hard, even though I know how to do the process. I know how to do the contracts and so forth and so on, but it's like starting from zero. And there are days that you get really frustrated because it's like, okay, I think I'm doing what I need to do. The industry has changed because now we do a lot of things online, which we didn't do as much 2.5 years ago, but obviously COVID hit and everything changed, and it changed a lot. So I'm consistent, reaching out to people and doing it, and it's frustrating at times. I have to tell you, it's very frustrating at times because, unless I sell or rent something, then I'm not earning any income, and I can't just give up. I have to continue doing it consistently. I'll get a lot of no's, but like you said at the beginning, people will learn again that I'm back in the industry, that I'm back doing real estate, and the business will grow again for me the way it did, when I started doing it 25 years ago. And to me, it's just hand in hand with discipline. I just got to do it. I don't see the result today, but I know for a fact that I will see the result as long as I stay consistent and disciplined on what I need to do.
That's right. That's right. How is your mother? She's the one that I met in Miami, right?
My mom, yes, she is. She's okay. We have good days and we have bad days.
Sure.
We're just blessed to have her every single day, and every day it's a new day. We don't know what's to expect in one day, but we're just grateful that she's with us, and grateful that she remembers a little bit of information she remembers, and if not, we'll just make new memories because she's with us, and it's just a blessing to have her around.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Camille, what are you striving for that you need consistency with? Camille? Hey, baby, what about you?
Well, with my new adventure into creating resources and for teachers and things like that, I just have to, it's a process. And the biggest thing does stick to the consistency of continuing learning the process, knowing the process, trusting the process, and being consistent with it. But just continuing to create, continuing to learn, but it's I have to do it every day. I have to be, looking at it, working on it, improving on it. And I'm seeing the results, but it takes time. It's
It
not
does
just going to happen.
Hey, can I jump in here?
Absolutely.
So Kate, I want to ask you a question. Do you have to do it? Do you get to do it, or do you choose to do it?
I choose to do it.
There we go.
I choose to do it. That's probably the best part of it all, is I choose to do it and I love doing it.
Right.
I have all the intellectual knowledge to do it. It's just that intellectual property now I'm putting it to use in different ways, and I'm just learning those processes.
That's awesome.
I mean, I dove head first. What?
I said, and you're doing a great job at it.
Thank you. So I kind of dove into the pool and I hope that there was water in it. Kind of thing.
And there was.
Yeah, and the thing is, I kind of do that sometimes where I'm like, I'm just gonna dive and let's just hope and pray. And for the most part, you know, it usually works. It's that initial jump that has to happen a lot of times. I think that being consistent once you start is easier. It's that start that causes the consistency not to happen.
Absolutely, especially when it's a major life change. And for those of you that are watching us in the replay, let us hear your comments below. Where have you had to really embark on a lot of consistency to get through to your next level? But you know, the consistency is not always easy. Yes, it is easier once you get started. However, I can speak from the situation like with Kate and myself. One of our kids is vocal with us about how we work a whole lot more than we used to work in our previous careers. And I don't specifically know that I agree there. It looks different. And he points out how I'm going a whole lot. And I actually do probably agree with him. I have been spending a lot of time away from home recently. The thing is, the end goal, the consistency, it is sometimes required that I travel. It is sometimes required that Kate works later to get the consistency of what we are going for. You know, it would be great if we could say we work what are normal hours? 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever they are. It would be great if we could say that we work that, so that we know the off hours. And you know, there's ways to chunk it down, and I'm going to work between this hour and this hour and this hour and this hour. In theory, that's great. In theory, it is great. It's not always practical. I know people will be out there and tell you that this is the way to do it. Okay, that works for them. Whether it does or not, that's besides the point. But sometimes you just got to go and you got to push and keep that consistency. Keep going. You will get to your next level. And I love something that Diana said earlier. She said it's consistency and it's discipline. She's absolutely right. Because if you're not disciplined, then the most minute thing gets in your way. And it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to take a break. I'm going to stop. I'm going to fill in the blank.
Well, if you're consistently crappy, it's going to stay crappy. I'm just saying.
You're right. You're right. There is a term that I know we've all heard. Practice makes perfect.
Perfect practice.
That's completely ludicrous. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. But like Kate was just saying, if you are practicing it crappy every single time, after some time, you will probably pick up a little bit here and a little bit there to get yourself a little bit better. But the thing is, always strive for more, strive for better. Look for that person that has more than what you have in whatever aspect that is. Health, family, finances, fun, whatever. They probably figured something out. You can learn from them. Never grow too much to where you can't learn from somebody. So, does anybody have any parting comments on consistency and how vital and how important it is? I actually do. I have another one. I'm working on building a new brand. I have people working behind the scenes. I have people working out in the front line. It's a lot. I mean, I'll be real, it's a lot. Just being transparent, I have dropped tens of thousands of dollars in the past couple months, tens of thousands of dollars. Yet, I've actually just made my first sale yesterday. I haven't even been trying to sell. In all truth, in all reality, I have not been trying to sell. I've had several people call me and say, so what is it you're selling? I said, I'm not yet. All I'm wanting to do is let people get to know me, get familiar with me, get to know my personality. I am going to be great for a lot of people. And I'm not going to be some people's cup of tea. I understand that. But the thing
What?
is, who was that? Kate or Lisa?
Me?
The thing is, I have to keep pushing and I have to keep going. And when I get hit with another bill and another, expense, I got to keep going. Got to be consistent, because when you begin with the end in mind and you can look out in your cool shades and see what's going on, it gives you a lot more vision for the future. So I'm not taking it day by day, step by step. In a way, I am, because that's how you grow. But also at the same time, it's a consistent step every single day. It's a consistent step every single hour most of the time. And people see videos, people see my TikTok, my Instagram, Facebook, they see these videos on YouTube. And they're not seeing what all goes in behind. Camille can attest to it. There's a lot that goes in behind, because she is an amazing addition to the team, and we're happy to have you. You're incredible. But the thing is, one step after another, after another, after another. When other people are seeing there's no point in you doing what you're doing, you keep going. You keep stepping.
I think a big strength of people who are consistent is having routines, whatever those routines are, or whatever system works for you, because my system isn't going to work for someone else. But having those consistent, those routines keep you consistent. They keep you on that path.
Okay.
They keep you going, even when you can't see it. There's times where, Jonathan has said, I did the things I was supposed to on my list, but I didn't get anything done today. And it's like, just keep going, because in 3 days, those things that he felt like took him all day and he didn't get anything done, now the reason he was doing those things have all fallen into place because he kept consistently doing it. Even though there's days where you're like, I did nothing. I accomplished nothing. Everything took forever today. And there are days it feels that way. But you have to understand, had you not, the things that fall into place in 2 days or 2 weeks are because of the consistent work. Your consistency does not mean you're going to see instant results every single day. And I think that's why people give up on being consistent because they feel if I do all these things consistently, I should see consistent results or consistent this. And that's not really how all of it works. You know, there is a time frame, a schedule for different things. Some things are quick. Yes, I made that phone call. It's taken care of. It's off the list. Or if you're writing a book, there's all these steps to it that include a cover and working with someone and, you know, feedback and this and that. And while you feel like you haven't done anything, think back 2 months ago when you started. Sorry, babe, that was the only example I could think of off the top of my head. But he says that a lot of times where he's like, I didn't get anything done. But then 3 days later, he's like, I knocked everything out. Well, if you hadn't done what you did 3 days ago, you wouldn't have been able to get that done today.
That's right.
It's just that we think that consistency means instant and consistent results. They just take time.
Mhm. That's right. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
I think it's
So-
just the baby steps that you take every single day to achieve the goal. And you just have to learn to enjoy the process because it's just the process. You have to enjoy it and be thankful for it. It's not where you're not where you were yesterday, but you're not where you want to be. So every day it's just a win, no matter how little you've accomplished according to you, because every little seed, like Kate said, every day we do something. At the end, we're gonna get where we want to get.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right. You are absolutely right. I've seen a meme on Facebook that says something along the lines of 5 years ago, did you ever see yourself in the place that you are now? My answer is no. The life that I live right now, I never envisioned 5 years ago. But yet it was a small step every single day where my life changed. New people in my life. Some of the old people left, thankfully. But it again was those small, consistent steps, and sometimes it will take you on a path that you never even see coming, which is what happened with me. I mean, the work we're doing right now, I've owned this business for 20 years, and my life has taken a different direction, a different path, but yet we're still running this one. So you're absolutely right, Diana, no doubt. And let me ask you, Diana, in closing, how can we help you? How can we serve you and assist you? It's a pleasure to have you on the call.
Just but I'm actually thankful for you guys to even invite me here, because I think just being surrounded by the right environment and the right people makes all the difference in the world. And when you have I know JT is not listening to what to what I'm saying, but
Here, hold up. I can give him an ear. Hold on 1 second. Here, JT. Diana's talking to you. He looks like he's about to fall asleep and he's driving, so this could be scary. Okay, he can hear.
Just having you meet people, and sometimes you wonder why you meet people, and God has a funny way, I think, of putting people in your life, because you say, how can I serve you? Just by being here, you're serving me. So I really appreciate that. And I was saying about JT, he reaches out and he's like, how can I serve you? What can I do for you? And I literally said, look, help me spread the word about this listing that I have. I really want to sell it. And he's like, I'm on it. It's like, no questions asked, just tell me what you want me to do. And he gets back to me and it's like, oh, I put it into all these groups and this and that. And it's like, oh my God, like I could have never done that by myself. Never. I'm not very familiar with Facebook. It takes me a little bit of time to figure this things out. But he's young, he knows how to do it. And he got it into so many people. That now a lot of people that I don't have access to know that I do this.
Right.
So just by being here, you're serving me. So I really, really appreciate it.
Good. So good. JT just said that's awesome. I don't know if y'all can hear him when he's talking. But that's awesome. Yeah, send it to me and I'll put it off in some groups.
Thank
And I
you.
might have somebody to connect you. Let me find
Diana, connect with me, please. I might be able to help you.
Thank you. Thank you
Put
so
my
much.
info in the chat.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
But there's somebody that I am working with right now. Let me find out a little bit more about her before I give her information.
Okay.
But it may be a good connection for you.
Okay, thank
It
you.
may be a good connection for you. And hey, that's the whole purpose to this is we have a few more people that are generally on the call. And the reality is sometimes you never know who you're talking to. I live by a rule that it only takes one person for you to meet that will change your life forever. And those people, you may meet them and they may be long-term, they may be short-term. But I can tell you there are people that are really no longer in my life, that were in my life, that they served a very large purpose. And I feel I served a large purpose for them too, while we were joined. Time came to an end. That's nothing bad. People are put in your life for a reason. No matter if that's somebody that you meet at church, somebody that you meet on a call like this. For those of you that are watching the replay, follow us every week. We have some interesting conversations, and there are more people on this call than what you're aware of. And I'm not talking the number of people, I'm talking the caliber of people. So, you know, get involved. Chat with us on the Facebook, on the YouTube. Chat with us. Because to be in this call like we are right now, it is by invite only. So show us that you're going to be on the call, and you might be invited in here one day. And remember, you are loved. Together, teamwork makes the dream work. We'll see you again here next Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye for now.